Right, hello, this is Jamie from Randomise User. I'm here with the Sunday night indie stream as per usual, apart from last week, and roughly once a month. Okay, so today in today's stream we're going to play a new alpha game called Community Inc., published by TinyBuild, and it's a very early game where you have to build a community and keep everyone alive, which is actually surprisingly hard for this. Considering it's supposed to be like a cutesy settlement builder, it's actually hard as nails. It's the Dark Souls of city builders, inevitably. Hello to Abigail and Brunelex, who are both just arrived in chat. So we're going to start a new game of Community Inc. and see how far we can get. Since I put out the Alpha Soup video on this game yesterday, I think it was, or maybe the day before, I can't remember. I've been playing this quite a bit, trying to actually get good at it. It's really hard. But let's see how far we can get today. Hello to Eddie, who's just arrived in chat as well. Right, actually, let's start slowly making our way into the game, just to actually sort ourselves out. So I'm going to start adding colonists. You actually have to hire them for 50 quid a pop. So I'm just going to hire about 6. There's a cooldown of 6 seconds, so I can't just bung them down. I'm also going to put down a couple of workbenches, just like near the storage thing just there, just so they've actually got something to do whilst we sort ourselves out. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Abigail. My name is Llewellyn. Depends how you pronounce that. In the traditional Wales sense, it's Llewellyn, I think, but I'm not 100% sure if this applies. Right, okay, let's see what's going on. I still need to hire another few. I keep on wanting to call them colonists, and I probably will throughout this entire thing, because that's kind of like what I do, since, well, due to RimWorld, I guess. They're having a bit of a chat. Hey Julius, how you doing? I'm fine, thank you. Rock, Kick, and Hammer also are new colonists. Oh, right, I just usually have a drink of water. It's actually really warm in here this evening. Now the hot weather in the UK has gone really, well, has stopped being hot weather. For some reason my house has gone really warm now. So I'm sweating like a pig. Right, so we've got 6 colonists. It's cost me 300 quid to hire all these buggers. Right, so I'm going to pause it. I'm going to have a look and see who we've got. Right, so I'm going to see what sort of things, what skills the set they've got. Alex is an explorer, so that's not really exciting. And what I'm looking for is traits that will help them in their particular profession. Because if I want to, for instance, hire a guard, I want to make sure that the guard is going to have a good trait such as brave. He might actually be a good guard. So I'm going to Hammer. I'm going to temporarily rename him as Guard. That's sort of like a mental note. Unfortunately, because this is an early alpha, sometimes there we go. It takes a while to change. So I've made a little note that he's going to be in the future. I'll turn him into a guard, perhaps. This is a scholar. Could be anything. Rock. He's a good doctor. This is what I do. It's a bit of a strange start. This, I know, sorting through your colonists, but I've found out this is actually the best way. He's fast, and warrior and brave. Okay, he's definitely going to be. Okay, I'm going to. Oh, I've lost the bugger. Hang on. Thirst Strife. I'm going to name him Death Guard. So he's definitely going to be a guard once I actually get to that level in the game. Everyone else, I'll just assign them to just general stuff. He can just be a builder. I'm going to turn him into a lumberjack, so he'll cut down trees. Julius can become a miner and mine mining thingies. Rock can be a herbalist. Right. Okay, so that was a little bit of a boring ass start, but let's actually get going now. And Brunelex is asking what I'm drinking. It's just juice this evening. I'm on a health kick. Ugh. No beer tonight. Right, so they're not really doing anything at the moment, my colonists. Naming colonists. I will get around to that in due course, but there's a lot to do to set up. So we'll start naming colonists something good soon. At the moment, I've just named them guards simply because it's just a mental note to myself, really. Okay, right. So let's actually tell them to actually do something. I'm going to start them chopping trees. So it's just like turn some trees green. That'll be enough for now. Get some rocks, so we'll actually mine some raw material stone and also other stuff as well. And because we've got herbalists, we also need to harvest some well, basically this will be primarily plant fibres, or fibre plants as they're called in this game. And so some of them will actually be off doing their business now. There's the lumberjack chopping away. There's the miner mining away. And him, Alex Kick, is not really got much to do at the moment, so he's doing delivery. Carrying things around the place are always the lowest priority in this game, which is can be a pain in the arse. Right, so that's all sorted there. Right, so what do I need to do now? Oh god! Right, so there are 8 races in this game. There they are. And they all hate each other, basically. So if you help one out, another one might get pissy. So at the moment they're a willow. So another race, the Stone Golem, is actually asking to... Basically, if I this is a contract, which I can choose to fulfill or not for reward. So they want 40 quid, and they'll give me 40 stone, and also I'll improve relations with that faction. I'm going to do that, because that's only 40 quid. And just now I've actually got... Well, I've already got the 40 quid, so I'll go back into it and click done. Relations increase, so now I'm 80... they like me to the tune of 86%. I'm actually going to ask for a peace treaty. Okay, let's make peace. I will try not to use my warriors during this time. Thank you. Right, so they can attack. I mean, oh my god. Unfortunately, the Ents, the Magic Oaks, are getting pissy with me because I made a deal with the Stone Golems. So my relation with them is now decreased. But all this sort of stuff comes into play on about day 3 when you start getting attacked by people, which is a pain in the dick. Right, okay, so while things are doing that, I will quickly whip up a couple of names. Alex Kick, you can be... any name out of the air, out of chat. Llewellyn, and that's the right spelling, yep. And I actually am going to do... Oh, god damn it. This is going to take... Hang on. Let's just pause it for a while. Julius. You're just going to be literally called Ed. Oh, no, Ed. It's now called Die. Right, so now someone's called Eddie. And Brynlex, I'm not neglecting you. You can be the herbalist. Brine Lex, I think that's it. Yes. It takes a while for the names to catch sometimes, so hopefully that'll actually have done. Yes, that's all done. Let's all put it into alphabetical order now. Right, okay, so off we go. Alan is pointing out that it can be a bit of a pain to play alpha games. Almost every indie game seems to be an alpha. It's true. This is I've played a lot of alphas. It's hard to sell one. I mean, sometimes a game calls itself alpha forever, like RimWorld, and this one is definitely very early stages alpha. Though I mean, it's officially Alpha 1 or version 0.8.1, and it's rough around the edges. It's got the kind of core game there. There's a few things missing here and there, and also it's a bit janky from time to time. Things will happen which obviously shouldn't. Like some of the pathfinding is just sometimes a bit piss, and some of the combat is very basic, and all that sort of stuff as well. It's getting towards night time. I'm not going to be able to give them anywhere to sleep just for the time being. But in fact, in the games I played, I just haven't bothered until about day 5 or 6. So I'm not really... I really should need to actually get... This game is, at the moment, the balancing of this game it's tough as fuck. It's really, really hard. You will die by about day 5 or something, very easily. So I do need to actually start thinking about what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to start crafting a lot of wood out of logs, as much as I can. Crafting loads of stone, and we haven't got any earth leaf yet. We need the herbalist, who is actually Brynlex, to actually go off and get us some. It's a bit dark, so we can't really see what's going on at the moment, so we do need to do that. Oh, you can't do that when paused. Hang on, there we go. Oh, there's some rogue pumpkins. We'll get them. That's tasty, tasty food. Speaking of which, we do need to set up some farms, and we need to hire a farmer, and we need to do all sorts of things. Right, so let's plant some. Let's get a bit closer down. So we'll take 1 cabbage and plant it, and we'll get 4 out of it eventually. Same with some carrots, some corn. You start with a few basic things, like a few bits of food and everything. I'm also going to plant some cotton, because that's a somewhat essential thing. I'm going to hire a new bloke. I'm going to turn him into a farmer. I don't think I've actually got a farmer yet. Who is he? Guard? Oh, it's Thur. That's his name. So let's turn him into a farmer. Requires hoe. And you can generally get one free one of each of these, but then later on you have to actually build the tools, like a hoe or an axe or whatever, before you actually can change someone's profession. Right, so at the moment the farmer's doing bugger all. He's just doing some carrying stuff. Because we should be... There at some point he will actually start worrying about the cabbages and start planting stuff. But not quite yet. Eddie's asking, is this available on Steam or is it by request? Right, it's... Actually, this is not on Steam yet. I'm not quite sure when it will be. Everyone's gone to sleep now. I'm just going to quickly pause this for a second while I talk. It's a sign-up thing. I think I can't remember how I got to it eventually. How I eventually got it. I think it's because it's published by Tiny Build. I know it's them distributing it, but you can just like sign up somewhere. Can't remember where, and they will send you an email with the download link, as far as I remember. Although it may actually be there may be a Steam page. Thinking about it, there may already be a Steam page, but in theory, I'm not quite sure if it's actually like public yet or something like that. So it is possible to get hold of it publicly. It's not just like I've got like spurious access to it or anything like that. But yeah, hang on. Abigail's asking me to name the farmer Cecily. All right. Alan's saying if I had to guess the name, I'd probably go for Picnic Tycoon Stargate. Well, there's a certain amount of RimWorld Oxygen not included about it, with the bloody duplicate printer thing. Right, so what are we doing? We're going to name the mate Cecily. And why not? Oh my god, they're all asleep. I'm getting sweaty again. Right, so let's check out our professions. We've got 4 builders. We do not need 4 builders. We can definitely change one. 2, let's see. What have we got? Herbalist, farmer, lumberjack, miner, and builders. So let's check. Let's change a profession. We've got herbalist, we've got miner, we've got everything sensible. And we don't really need to make anyone a tailor just yet. Because that's slightly more advanced, and we only need to worry about that later on when the rain gets bad. This is the calendar. So on day 7 it'll start raining, which will be a bit of a problem because everyone will get cold. It depends if we get that far or not. So what is it? It's day 2 now. We started getting attacked on day 3. So I really do we need to start sorting out some various things. Can I make a well yet? No, I can't. You need a well to stop fires happening. I still need a load of fibre plants. This is going to be a problem. Is the farmer actually doing anything? Where's the farmer gone? Oh, I see. You're harvesting the right. The farmer's harvesting the pumpkins, and the builder guy has got no other job, so he's actually collected some of the pumpkins and taken them with him to storage. And this is the storage screen. This is everything I've got in the centralised storage. I've got 1 wooden sword, so I'll be able to make 1 guard, but I'm not going to bother with that just yet. Sort out the plan. I think I've worked out with farmers, they can take care of 4 plots before they get overwhelmed, so we'll just stick to 4. Alan's saying, Alan was watching my very first Starbound the other day with Pete. Oh god, that was a long time ago. That's one of the first video series I made on this channel 3 years ago. Pete doesn't really play Starbound, and also the sort of Starbound stuff I make these days, it requires like a couple of hours of filming, so it's a bit difficult to actually get anyone else involved. So I tend to do kind of like solo build stuff these days, or like 10-minute silly videos. Unfortunately, multiplayer is just a bit difficult to do. Certainly the way I do it, anyway. Oh yeah, Devlin. Oh hello, Devlin. They do actually have a Steam store page, but not available for sale yet. Okay, that clears that up. Right. Anyway, where are we doing? This is some. I've been playing this game all day, and it's constant. You have to keep on doing things constantly. So streaming this is going to result in me dying quite early on, unfortunately. But some more visitors, some dragony guy and some stone golem guy. Right, let's check. In theory, they are. Oh, hello. We've got another contract. The Sharp Eagles require 6 wooden swords, and they'll give me 100 quid. I want to improve relations with them. Relations. Let's bang them. Okay, let's accept. We're going to make 6 wooden swords. Go to the actual crafting screen, if I can remember where that is. Combat. Right, for this... Oh, shit, we need a carpenter. We've got wood and stone, but we need a carpenter. Right. So we've got a lumberjack. And he's a level 3 lumberjack. So in theory, lumberjacks, you can see by these arrows, that like lumberjack, once he's reached a certain level, can become the next level up, a carpenter. So I can do that, but I also need to craft a saw before that's possible. So let's just quickly whip a saw up. There is a tutorial in this game, but it's kind of basic and it doesn't really cover much. So you really have to experiment. This is why I've been playing it all bloody day, to really get to grips with it. And I'm still crap. Make no mistake. Right, so someone's going to craft that. One of these 2 workbenches. Oh, Abigail. Oh, Llewellyn. Am I watching your hardcore one? Oh, the Hot Dude series. That was actually pretty much a regular Let's Play of Starbound, which I never normally do. Normally it's like building stuff and whatever. A lot of people. I mean, yeah, a lot of people. I think if you look at my subs list, I think probably more than I reckon about half the people on my channel have subscribed because of Starbound. It is very kind of biased towards that. The other half is basically RimWorld. Brinalex asking if I've ever played FTL. I think we talked about this briefly a couple of weeks ago in the chat. I haven't played it. I've been meaning to get around for it for so long, and maybe even do like a video look back on it. But it's the sort of thing that requires a bit of investment of learning, so I've never quite actually bothered to sit down and do that. There's always a new game coming out, so I will play it one day, definitely. May even stream it. If I ever did more streams than I do, and at the moment I won't, but I would like to like revisit older games as well as playing like newer games. I'm going to collect those pumpkins. So when it comes to growing, I mean, it does take a long time to actually grow. It grows in 3 stages. So Matey Boy kind of like does this little farming worship, praying at the ground thing, to get the bar up to the top, and then it'll grow for a while, and then it'll do it again. It's got to do it 3 times, and then you can harvest it. And irritatingly, you have to harvest it manually. You have to tell them to harvest it. Speaking of which, I think I've actually chopped down all the trees that well, Matey Boy has chopped down all the trees, so I need to actually give them more trees to do. Also, some more stone, plant fibres. You can also find wild things around, like I could do with gathering in that. That's cotton, which is very important, unfortunately, and it's a bit kind of rare. You have to grow that rather than just find it wild, generally. Right. Oh yeah. I'm up to the library. I honestly can't remember that much about the hardcore series, but yeah. Obviously there is spoilers in that because of the whole hardcore thing, so I'm not going to talk about it. Right, so yep, the stone is now sorted, and it's got to wait for people. Oh, there's some iron ore as well as the stone, so that's going to be useless to us until some of the deliverers come and actually take it back to you. And as I say, you can't actually assign anyone to delivery. There's a bit of there's quite a few flaws in this so far, which obviously need rebalancing. Oh shit, I haven't done the delivery, have I? I need to make the wooden swords. And there's a bit of a flaw in that you can't actually tell anyone to do any delivering. The only way the mates will do delivery is if they've got nothing else to do. So you just got to make sure that there's if you leave them on their kind of like default builder profession, or hire some new people just to be boring old builders, they'll kind of like encourage them to do delivery because they've got nothing else to do. But yeah, there's no way of actually forcing them to do delivery stuff. Just make sure that you don't give them too many tasks to do. Otherwise, you can end up with stupid situations where, like, you've got carrots lying about all over the place, but all your colonists will go hungry because nobody's delivered the carrots from the harvest place to the actual storage unit. And things have to be in the storage unit before people can actually use them. Bit of a pain, but I don't know. So yeah, wooden swords. I tried this, but I couldn't do it because I hadn't got the carpenter. That's right. So have I made the saw yet? Nope. Nobody's making the saw. Why? Why is nobody making the saw? There's a lot of chain of events you have to do with this. Been asked again if I will play FTL. Yeah, as Brinalex asked earlier, yes. I'm sure I'll play it on. I may play it on stream at some point in the future if I ever get any good at it, or even try the damn thing in the first place. So here, here we go. The farmer's sorting that out. Why is nobody doing any bloody crafting? That usually means that this. That's why. I know why. Because the storage thing is full. There's a really kind of like obscure sort of warning thing up here. The green thing has lit up. That tiny little icon there lit up to tell me there's no storage space left, and therefore nobody will do anything. And that's something that I'll have to put in the game. Otherwise, you know, this happens. So what I need to do at the moment, the emergency procedure is to make, well, I'm trying to make a wooden barrel, but that needs a level 2 carpenter. A bit of a catch-22 here. And they're not going to do anything. I need to actually look at my storage. And is there anything I can dump or? I could just delete it, but that seems incredibly wasteful. I could just wait for them to actually eat, because when they eat, they'll use up some of this space. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another way of doing this, because I can't craft anything until the storage space is not full. I'm just going to let this play out a little bit while I play around. I can't craft anything. Some things. Well, I'm not sure why, but someone's just taken something from there. So, okay. Now what do I need to do? Just going to double. Oh yeah, here we go. The saw is now been made. Now there's apparently space in the storage. So, him over here. He's the builder, and I think he's actually got the saw in his possession. I think he hasn't actually put it into storage. I don't think. Yeah, there it is. So I've got to wait, annoyingly, for him to go and put that in storage. But in the meantime, he's just dicking about somewhere. Actually, where is he? Is that him? Oh yeah, that's him. Okay, so in theory, now he's putting it in storage. So I've got a saw. So I need to convert. Which one was it? Was it the lumberjack? I think it was a lumberjack. Carpenter. There we go. I'm turning the lumberjack into a carpenter. So where is he? He'll run back to the storage unit and get the saw that was there. Hang on. What's he doing? Where's he gone? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that was why it was him. Oh, he's doing the tree first. He's going to chop the tree down, and then he's going to turn himself into a carpenter and start crafting, so we can finally craft the 6 wooden swords that we need. And we've only got 5 minutes until this expires, so we've got to hurry up. And cancel. Not done. Hang on. Let's get rid of that. There's actually a shitload of stuff. I mean, even early on, this is a bit of a brutal game where you have to know so much stuff. It's a pain in the arse. There's a lot of phone chat going on in chat at the moment. Alright. Right, so now we've got no lumberjack. However, that's not a huge problem, because at the moment the map is littered with wood. So we can do without a lumberjack for the time being. Everyone's currently sat around the campfire telling each other sad stories. And they've died. Actually, they haven't died, they've just fallen. They're just sleeping on the ground because I've given them no beds. Right, so this is going to be day 3, which is a pain in the arse because we'll start to get attacked. I'm going to try and find that bloody well. Well, where the hell is the well? There it is. I need a level 3 builder, which I haven't got yet. Oh, yeah. And a wooden... piss. Well, can I make the wooden sword yet? Yes. Right, I'm going to make 6 wooden swords. I'm going to prioritise that as well. So we will be able to fulfil the order and improve relations. Well, I've got to do something incredibly annoying now. You're pleased to know. Because at the moment it doesn't really tell you this particularly, but you get XP. You get each of the mates gets like attribute XP, which you can then spend on either combat, wisdom, or will. Basically, this gives them hit points, more damage. That one just like helps them with crafting and working, and that one makes it so that they won't get so sick when it's cold. So I like to make sure. Well, since they're not, unless they're guards, I'll probably concentrate on the ones on the right, and then sort out those later. So when they for new colonists, these tend to go up quite quickly. So you've really got to sort of like pay attention to it. So this is a farmer, so bang you up. This feels like something that could tweak in the game as well, because it's a bit tedious having to keep on doing this. Is this a guard? No, this is not a guard. I haven't actually made a guard yet, have I? And which I will have to. The guard. I'm now going to make him a guard. Requires wooden sword. Good, because we're making them at the moment. Okay, so one of the builders is now going to become a guard. I'm also going to be giving him some combat skills. Basically, the green. You've got to get rid of the green arrow. That's why. Once you've done that, you know you've done. Right. So everyone's sorted. Everyone's been improved. Matey Boy here is now a guard, so when some wolves attack, we'll have some way of defending ourselves, which is handy. We'll also need that well at some point, which will stop it, because baddies will come along and set fire to things. Still need that level... Oh, piss. What does he want? Well, no. I'm going to refuse this one because we've got plenty on our plate at the moment. He wanted 20 wooden plates, which you could probably spare, to be honest. Those are just messages, but delete them all. Delete them all without reading, just like work email. Right, where are we? Okay, so that's annoying. Stop that. Right, he's just standing around. He's going to visit. He's idle. Our carpenter is idle. Well, in theory, he should... Come on, lads. Oh, the storage thing's full again. Oh, I didn't pay attention to that, did I? God damn it. And we still haven't got any fibre plants. What the chuff is happening with the fibre plants? I mean, the carpenter's only level 1 at the moment as well. This has never got... My thing has never got quite so full so quickly. So I've never had this problem before, because by this point I've usually been able to construct some barrels and stuff. So everyone's just lying about doing nothing at the moment. They can't even go and chop trees and stuff, although we've got no lumberjacks, so that's a given. We've just got all this crap lying about the place and nowhere to put it. Bloody annoying it is. Come on, lads, do something. At midday, it's currently 10 o'clock in the morning, at midday they'll go and get some food from storage. How much food have we actually got? Depleting. The crops over here, they haven't even started on the cotton. The carrots are... Oh, those are actually ready to harvest, so yeah, I'm harvesting these now. See what I mean about having to do that manually? I'm having to remember. There's a lot of things you have to micromanage at the moment in this game, which I'm pretty sure they will do something about. Abigail, or Llewellyn, is currently leaving. If you get a new person, call it Lammy. I have to go, so please. Might do. I'm sure I can actually get a new person right now, but I'm not going to. Not right now. I'm actually running out of quids. You have to pay them salary, but it's not a huge amount. Oh shit! Already, okay, we've been attacked. Okay, so where is it? It's probably going to be a wolf on day 3. Where is it? Where's the wolf? Where is Wolfie Poos? Okay. Oh, there he is. Oh wow! It's Brynlex has been chased by a wolf. Okay, so come back. Okay, this should happen oh shit, there's another guy! Did I just attack my own man by mistake? Yes, I did. Yeah, fuck that. Right, okay, so what I did there is I selected my guard, I was trying to right-click on the ground to make him go and attack the wolf. But instead I accidentally chose my own person and I just killed myself, so to speak. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. That was very stupid. Eddie is now deady, I'm afraid. Well, bollocks. What the hell did Eddie do? What was his profession? I'm going to have to pause it for a second. He was a miner. Eddie the miner. Alright. Right, what was the name? We're going to have a new miner. Was it Lammy or something? Lammy. Yeah, okay. Lammy the miner. Right, there he is. Another 50 quid down the drain, thanks to my stupidity. Right, okay, so what is he? Cloud Red. Oh, that's such a good name. Well, it's actually... I don't know. Right. What was it? Yeah. Right, there we go. Lammy the bloody miner. Requires pickaxe. Oh, bloody hell. Fortunately, when they die, they take their stuff with them. So what do we need? We need... what was it? Pickaxe? We also need to make those bloody barrels before I forget. Although, again, I don't think I can. Still need fibre plants. Why is nobody picking up fibre plants? Maybe they've all been taken in already. Pile of... Oh, that's... Fuck. I know what I'm doing wrong. You actually have to craft them, don't you? I need earth leaf. That's what I need. But there's no earth leaf around. Well, there is, but it's just not been fetched. So I'm going to prioritise the Matey Boys to fetch plants. What happened there? It's all gone dark. Huh, was it crashed? Oh no. Hang on. What's happened here then? There's a chance something's gone wrong. Oh, there we go. It was just playing silly buggers. Whew, that was close. Well, so far, I mean, yeah, it's been the game has actually felt stable, very stable. I haven't had it crash properly yet at all. The only thing I have found is just like random bugs here and there. Right. So, well, fuck, I can't remember what I was doing. Oh yes, I was trying to find plant research. Okay, so I prioritise them delivering plants. So with any luck, they'll go and fetch some bloody, whatever the hell I was talking about earlier, the earth leaf, which we can turn into plant fibres. There's some right here, for instance. But again, our storage thing is full. We're really getting absolutely buggered by this full storage thing. It's really irritating how everything just closes down. And when that happens... never mind. Right, let's see what they're doing. They're literally just standing around. Okay, I know what we'll do. We'll start building a building. Oh, tits. More fighting. Right, so... Uh-oh. Right, that's on fire. Now, that well I was talking about ages ago that we couldn't build. This is when we actually need it. We still need the level 3 builder and fibre plants. God damn it. So that's just gonna burn now. There's not much we can really do about it. Also, he's not tonked that anyway. No, it's gone. It's gone into the portal and buggered off. I think that's it, so I can turn the alarm off. Oh, we're really buggered here. That's just gonna... It will eventually burn itself out because there's nothing it can spread to. Thankfully we already have another workbench over there, so that's not a problem. But we desperately need these fibres. I need to encourage my mates... what I'm going to do, I'm going to hire a new person and not give them a profession. They're just going to be a carrying mate. But what I was thinking of doing before it all kicked off is I'm going to start building a shop. Build it there. That'll take care of some of the stuff that we've built out of storage. They'll all hopefully... There we go. There's some of our mates now carrying the wood and the stone to build the shop, which will take some of the stuff out of here, which will give us some space to actually put other stuff in, so they can go and fetch the bloody plant fibre. Ugh. God damn it. Llewellyn is back. Eddie died. And we named someone Lammy. Someone. Lammy the Builder. Not got a profession yet. We've actually got 4 builders. But we do desperately need some carrying capacity. The stone golem wants to buy stone bricks from us. I'm going to allow this. So I'm going to have to go back in. We've already got 20 stone bricks. So that's all fine. I'm going to try and... oh no, actually. I almost broke peace with them then. I forgot we'd already got a peace treaty with them. Okay. I'm just going to do the rounds with the mates. These are all our people. I'm going to try and get peace treaties with more of them. Peace treaty. Yep, that's fine. Got up to 100% relations. We've already got a peace treaty with you. All the others are yellow, so we won't be able to get them. So we've got a couple of peace treaties on the go now. So that's all good. Dear. Oh, the fire's out. And there's no more workbench there. Well, the trouble is, if both your workbenches burn, you know, catch-22 where you can't build another workbench because you need a workbench to build a workbench. Basically, effectively, it makes your game over. But the game isn't clever enough to actually realise this yet. I think we forgot to... Did we do? I don't think we actually did that wooden sword contract in the end. I can't remember. Whatever. Do I have shitloads of swords in storage? Let's have a look. Wooden sword 3. Yeah. And we never did it. I think we just... I must have missed where it said we failed the contract. Maybe that was when the game seemed to crash for a bit. Maybe it was just like the pop-up just didn't happen. I reckon that's the case. Oh, I don't know. I'm currently being asked, do I have a pet? No. I do not. Alright, where are we? Okay, so that building has now got 4 stone and 10 wood like it needs. But it hasn't got any fibre plant yet, or cotton. But they won't be able to do much with that yet. Oh, here we go. The delivery is happening. They're actually going to pick up all the... there we go. We're just picking up some earth leaf for the first time in bloody ages. Finally, they're actually getting round to all this stuff. Getting them to deliver us stuff is one of the hardest, most irritating things in the game, really. Oh god, there's another alarm. Already, it's a time for an attack. Have we already... Oh, is it you? Are you the attacking mate? Oh, this isn't ideal. Was it you? I think it might be you. Hang on. Right, I'm going to move swordsman over there. Which one are you? Oh, shit. Oh, it's you. It is actually you. Right, this is going to be a hard fight because that's not just like a basic wolf. This is actually a proper-ass fighter. Yes! Okay. Oh, shit, there is actually another mate there. Oh, this is going to end badly. Okay, pause. What I'm going to quickly do is make someone else a guard. Lammy, you're now a guard. Oh, you will be. We've got wooden swords in storage. So Lammy is now going to run to the storage. Or are you? Oh, it's Lammy's over there. Okay, pause. Lammy is not going to become a guard because Lammy is half dead, as it turns out. So cancel that. Right. No, I'm going to have to do someone else who is like full health. You can be a guard. Right. Where's he? Who is that? Oh, they're all dying. This is a bit janky at the moment. Some of the as I said earlier, some of the pathfinding is fairly poor. Well, I've sorted it anyway. I think. Oh, I'm not sure how. And where are you running to? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so that was all a bit chaotic. So no, really. So we're going to have two guards, aren't we? Whoever it is I set to be the guard has not got the sword yet. I don't know. Did I even set someone to be a guard? I think they have to actually finish their old job before they actually change jobs, so maybe they're just, I don't know. I just don't think it worked properly. I'm going to have to set someone else as a guard. Okay, so what was it? It was you, I think, wasn't it? Sid. Where is Sid? Just going to double check. Sid. Find a map. So you're there. Okay, that's where Sid is. Hopefully you're going to do something. Eddie's asking if someone dies, name the new character Eddie Jr. This Sid Dant. I mean, I'm going to actually just I'm going to be lazy. You can replace Sid. Can you? Oh, you can't put spaces in names weirdly, even though the existing names can have spaces. So there we go. So the guard is now Ed Jr. Everyone's not got such low health at the moment. I'm going to hire someone new. Hire somebody new. My answer to everything. Right, so I need to sort out the professions again, because we've got shitloads of builders. And it's probably unnecessarily so. Oh, there's another bloody attack. See what I mean about balancing in this game? It can be a bit... I'm not even sure where this is actually happening. Where is it? Oh, so apparently it's already been sorted. Not quite sure. I think it must have just been a wolf, so because that was very straightforward. Yeah, you were going to change Lammy. I was. Oh no. If you prefer, name him Artem. I can name someone Artem. Gus Smart. You can become Artem, since you don't have a new name yet. Right, so things are getting a bit buggered up at the moment. Storage is full again, we just can't seem to get hold of the barrels. Still not any fibre plants. Oh yeah, because I've got to craft them, haven't I? Yes, I never learn. Right, there we go. Lots and lots of fibre plants. I'm going to stonk that up on the orders list. Also make some more wood. I'm completely neglecting all the stuff I need to do in this game to actually do well. Roof tile. That requires a sculpture, and I haven't even got a sculptor yet. God, look at all these crippled people. I don't know. Meanwhile, this shop is not really being built at the moment because we don't have any cotton, which is a pain. Oh, we don't have any fibre plant, which is also a pain. But things are finally being carried. Someone's crafting something. This blue fox prick, he wants axe, pickaxe and hoe. Now I seem to remember this is actually quite an easy one to do. We've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to accept that one, because we're down to 153 quid, which is not much at all. So axe, pickaxe and hoe. each one of these things only requires like a bit of wood and a bit of stone. So axe, pickaxe, and fuck, what was the other thing? Hoe, that was it. Yep. Right. 3 hoes. So there we go. Those are all 3 put in the crafting thing. You can only add to the production queue when you actually have the materials already, and then the materials will be reserved for that job. So you can't, you know, you can only put things in the production queue when, well, everything in the production queue is guaranteed to happen so long as someone's going to do some work on it. You can't end up with resources being fought over, which is rather handy. Eddie's asking if there's a healer in this game. Yes, but you don't really get that straight off. It's rather pissy. There's you can actually be. Let me show you. Nothing seems to be happening with this attack. So there's a let's see, whatever. One of the professions is a physician, but that you can't do that straight off. Also, I mean, luckily, hang on, let's have a look. There is, in theory, you usually start with like a couple of minor health potions, and maybe my colonists have already used them, so there's nothing else I can really do at the moment. You can sleep in a bed to recover health, but then you actually have to build a bloody bed. Is anyone actually doing anything? No, I don't think it was a false alarm, but something weird happened there. So what I actually will do is start building a house, which surprisingly enough isn't actually that intensive in terms of building materials. It requires 10 stone, 20 wood, 8 plant fibres and 20 roof tiles. Roof tiles are something that we need to well, it takes me a while to remember these things. Roof tiles are, and it's actually in the crafted goods. Roof tile requires a sculpture. So we need to actually make someone a sculptor. Everyone's gone to sleep. I can't remember if this has some requirements. I think it might do. Sculpture. It's level 3 mine. You have to turn a miner into a sculptor. You can't just make one out of thin air. Okay, so do we actually have a miner at the moment? Oh, piss, we don't. That might have been the original Eddie who was the miner. So nobody's a level 3 miner. We have to set someone to be a miner. Oh, you're a guard. Well, you're not a guard at the moment for some reason. I'm not quite sure why you can't be a guard. No, whatever. Right. Builder. Lammy can become... Let's try that again. Not Lammy. Rock Sank. You can become the miner. We already have a pickaxe in storage. Now I'm going to go force him to do some actual mining so we can actually level up. Otherwise, he won't be able to turn into a sculptor. Evil black cap. Evil black cap. Evil black cat. God, look at all those crippled people. Actually, in retrospect, that does sound a bit unintentionally bad. Eddie's asking if I play Unturned. That's not the first time I've been asked that. I've been asked that a few times on stream. No, I don't, but I have played it once about a million years ago, I think it was, when I first was aware of it. It is that kind of like Minecraft looking. Oh, I can't remember. It might be mixing it up with something else. Play Adora Dusk. Haven't heard of that. So this mate over here is sitting under a tree. Deaf Guard. Oh, is that his name? Oh, it's Deaf Guard because he's definitely going to be a guard. That's why I called him that. He's currently a carpenter. Why is he the carpenter? He should have been a guard. He's been a... Oh god, he was a lumberjack and then he was a carpenter. He should have been the guard. God damn it. Oh, in the meantime, a lot of people have now leveled up, so... Oh, I need to level up, so... I'm just going to bung up some skills. Sort you out. Guard. He actually is a guard, so let's actually do that. Lammy, he's a guard as well, so I'll give him some combat skills. Also heal him a bit. That's actually quite a useful thing to know, actually. Llewellyn, your health is good. Let's sort you out. You haven't actually got much to do. And Rock Sank. Well, of course a Rock Sank, if you throw it in the water. Give you some wisdom so you can do some better crafting. Or mining, possibly? Right, so are you actually doing Rock Sank? What level are you at the moment? Level 1 miner. Right. Oh, but God damn it, I keep on almost... That happened so quickly. Again, it happened so quickly. I didn't... Oh, there's another mate. That's a baddie. We can actually watch this happen. I've actually given us 3 guards now. I know what we'll do. Oh shit, we've got to harvest these again. Keep forgetting. I might turn one of the... Even though... I'm going to turn that guard there. Ed Jr., you're no longer going to be a guard. I'm going to put you into... Turn you into a farmer. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong thing. Oh, I need a hoe. I want to expand our farming ability, because we've only got 4 plots of farming at the moment, and that's not enough. Just turn that off. The tree's trying to get some trade, but we've got no trader at the moment. Oh, we've got to do this bloody delivery, haven't we? Oh shit, we haven't actually done those yet. 4:30 now. We've got less than 5 minutes to do that. Nobody's done any of them. Okay, let's prioritise all the tools. And is our storage full? Our storage is definitely not full at the moment, which is rather handy. Evil Black Cat, playing video games often has a person say things you wouldn't normally hear, like, "Ah, my people got murdered by beavers." Oh my god! Right, so Roxank just committed suicide. Why? Someone wants a salad. Fuck off. Okay, so someone just killed themselves. This is rather alarming. Which kind of indicates their mood must have been a bit bad. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this is the bottom stat is mood. Let's have a look at this. There's So normally when they actually get a bit moody, they go and sit under a tree and they get better again. I think it might be happiness actually. Everyone's really miserable. This has never really happened before, apart from my previous game. What? Everyone's just burning themselves. Okay. What is happening? Alright, so you've all killed yourselves. For some reason. Apart from one. Right, Cecily's alive. But you're probably going to bloody... Yeah. Right. Items of food that gives happiness bonus. Well. Do we actually not have any food in storage? Ah, right, okay. It didn't really give any real huge indication. But, yeah, that's because they didn't have any food and they'd eaten it all from storage. And then they got moody because there was no food and they all just suicided. Huh. Well, just going to pause it for a second. So in this game, if everyone kills themselves, or people just die because of sword, or whatever, you could continue because you can still hire people. However, my finances are piss. So I could hire another person and that'll be it. Well, I can get up to 4. Unfortunately, everyone will now be level 1, so a lot of the jobs won't be able to be done again. And there's also no food, so they'll get really pissy again. You see, this just happens at the moment because of the alpha status of this game. These things can just suddenly happen with no huge sort of like alarm. And before you know it, suddenly you're all dead. Right, so the problem there was the fact that we ended up just like crippling ourselves with storage. I think we're not going to be able to get any further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the village. I received 1 quid. If you manage to... Hang on, let's have a look. If you get to a goal, like Craftmaster, craft more than 200 items, which we could have got close to, then you actually will be able to sell a village for a lot more, for reasons. So I'll carry on for a little bit longer. Let's try and actually craft a load of items. Oh, God. Well... naming-wise, I know some people asking me about naming things. We'll worry about that shortly, once I've decided what we're going to do. I think we're going to have to... We definitely are going to have to restart, aren't we? That's bloody annoying. We receive 1 quid from it. if you manage to get like if you manage to get to the first goal and then you can sell the colony for about 1,000 quid, then you can actually start. Hang on, let's Oh, you're a mayor. That was the game I think I played on the original Alpha Soup video I did, but I died, so I won't be able to continue that. I'll jump into this game briefly. This is still going on. Foxville 4 is the village name. This is the one where I also had a big disaster and most people died. But so I'm sort of restarting by getting new colonists in. But we've actually got a bit more of a mature colony, so we'll jump into that. That is cheap for a village, Eddie. Yes, indeed. Normally when I've sold things, it's been a bit more than that. I think it's just because we did bugger up so hard. And when I say we, I mean you. You're distracting me. No, it's entirely my fault. The trouble is, at the moment, the game requires quite a lot of multitasking and concentration. It's not at the moment. It's not a easy game to stream because you do have to concentrate on actually playing the game. Surprisingly so. It's not like RimWorld where you can actually take a bit of a breather and from time to time. Here you really just have to focus on absolutely everything. Right, so here's my colony that I was building earlier today. All the colonists are like level 1, build really basic stuff. As I say, because these are all new people, effectively. I had to buy them all. I've actually got 579 quid. For reasons. I mean, it's because when I restart, I sold a village expensively, and then when I started the new village, I had a bit more money to play with. Hence why this time I'm a bit richer. This is the warehouse. I'll take the roof off. This is a great big storage solution. Previously, this thing here, this is the cart, only has enough room for 600 things. This has like far greater capacity. I'm up to almost 3,000, so I'm not going to run out of space anytime soon. There is a little house. I've got 6 beds in there, so I've actually got enough for all 6 colonists. Although I did have 11 or 12 colonists at one point, but then they all died. There's my farm. Probably need some. Oh, they're already ready to go. So the farmer. I've got a farmer, builder, herbalist, and I've got 1 guard. I probably need to start hiring more people. So this is a bit more advanced, this one. Oh, hello to Sumavaris, regular visitor. And yep, welcome to Community Inc. A game that's ever so slightly like RimWorld, The Settlers, maybe even Civilization in terms of diplomacy. Oh my god. Oh yeah. The funny story about the Fox, I accidentally broke the peace treaty because the button is in the same places. And basically if you forge oh, hang on. Excuse me, lads. I've got a peace treaty with most people apart from them. I'll try and demonstrate this. I should be able to go with anything. No, actually, I don't know. We'll go to here. No, we haven't got a peace treaty with them, so talk to them. It gives you the options like a trade agreement, peace treaty, declare war, send gift, or cancel. You can ask them, can I make a peace treaty with you? They'll say no. Not a chance, we don't like you. Oh, I've just lost bloody relations with them as a result. Now, the trouble is, if you go to, let's say, the mushroom guy, the same button now says break peace because I've got a peace treaty with them. So if you're not really concentrating and you try and broker a peace treaty with someone you've already got a peace treaty with, you can accidentally absolutely annihilate your relations with them and you'll end up with 0 like I did with the Blue Fox. Okay, let's see. Let's just double check to see what's going on. This is a lot more advanced than my the original video I did of this game, where that was my first proper game of it, and I didn't know what I was doing. There's a well, by the way, and there's loads of barrels I made. But yeah, I didn't actually really build anything in the bloody Alpha Soup. So here is evidence that I can actually build. You can build roads and all kinds of cool furniture, not just the stuff that you actually see. Everyone's gathering around my shop, but I don't think there's any thing going on there. I think the farmer is now. Yeah, the farmer is now. In fact, there's 2 farmers, I think. Is now sort of harvesting everything, so we should actually have plenty of food in this. Oh shit, we haven't. We've got 5. Alright. So we definitely need more farmers. We've only actually got 1 farmer. Right, so you... Oh, yeah, first of all, god damn it, we need to build more hose. For that we need more stone bricks. Ah. Okay, put that up to the top. That green flashing hammer means someone's already attending to it. In fact, there he is. He's using the workbench right now. Someone's harvesting some corn. Oh, he's buggered off. What a prick. Right, so, okay. No, we still haven't got any stone bricks. It's probably that mate who just like did the crafting has probably run off with the stone bricks and hasn't come back yet. Oh yeah, there's a massive design flaw with this warehouse. Is when I built it, I didn't look at where the doors are. The doors actually turn out to be on this side and this side, as far away as possible from everything else. So that's really bloody annoying. Oh, someone's having to leave briefly. I can't actually read the Russian name, but you've lost. Well, it's chat stuff basically. Can the herd be lammy? What do you mean herd? I'll name Rock Dant. Rock Dant can be lammy. I don't want to get too involved in naming at the moment because it's there's so much to do. Right, so hopefully do more bloody stone. Now, can we make a bloody hoe? Yes, we can. Right, hoe to the top. Make a hoe, someone. God damn it. So, by the way, we're on day 8 here. Oh, shit. Shag rope. We've got a bloody... It's going to rain tomorrow, which means everyone's going to get cold and sick and die. It never ends. I'm going to hire someone new. Just for a laugh. Let's see what actually the harvesting situation's like for trees and things. We probably should do some more tree harvesting. Let's see what it looks like in storage. Wooden logs. We've got 73 and 75. Actually, we probably don't need to do that. We haven't actually got a lumberjack, so that all becomes moot anyway. Right, that was lightning. Right. Oh, well, now, stone golem. The annoying thing is you can't actually see what relation you've got with them. I keep on saying the annoying thing in this. As I say, it's literally Alpha 1, this. And there's a lot that needs to be done to actually make things a bit more user-friendly. I could really do with knowing, like, do stone golems like me or not? But wooden fence 10 and 300 quid is actually very good indeed. Wooden fence 10. Pause. Stone golem. Oh, I'm on yellow with them, but unfortunately it'll make the magic oaks really pissy. Everyone's getting really pissy. God damn it. I could send them gifts, but the gifts are really expensive. And they only improve relations just a little bit. Right. So we need 10 wooden fences. Right. Wooden fence. Oh, piss. We need a carpenter. Ah. Right, to make a carpenter we also need to convert a level something builder. Which we can't do yet because they're still really kind of like low... Oh, the low quality. These bloody citizens. These prickisons. Let's have a just check. Carpenter. Level 2. Oh, it's a level 2 lumberjack. So we actually do need to make a lumberjack, don't we? Lumberjack. We've already got an axe in storage. So that lumberjack needs to actually go and harvest the hell out of some trees so we can level them up to become a carpenter. God damn it, there's so many bloody... There are so many things to do in this. As I say, a lot of micromanaging. Luckily, the farming is being done, so we'll hopefully we'll actually keep up with... Oh god. Not a huge amount of food. I'm going to keep plenty of builders around. In fact, I'm just going to produce a new one. I've got loads of money. And so just to absolutely force people to do some delivering, which means that we won't... I mean, there's all this stuff up here. Absolutely buckets of stuff lying about the place. Like stone all over the place and wood all over the place. None of it's being carried to our storage warehouse. So lots of builders, the default profession, means we should actually have some carrying going on. Actually, there's loads going on in this field. And they're also having a bit of a nice little chat. Make a factory. I don't think there's a factory in this game, is there? I'll show you what buildings there are. Oh, we could build a piggery or a chickenery or a cowery. There's no such words. A chicken coop. It requires fibre plants. Our old enemy, fibre plants. Okay, I'm going to force them to get plant stuff then. I don't know where plant fibres are on the map. Oh fuck! I'm doing that thing again, aren't I? I just have to craft it, right? But we do need the earth things. Actually, fuck, I'll just deprioritise everything. So hopefully they'll go and start crafting that quite soon. I think plant fibres or fibre plants are... You don't need anything... Oh, you actually need a herbalist to do that. Do I actually have a herbalist? Yes, I do. Bilbo Luigi. I don't like that name. That's silly. Okay, I need a name. Did someone make him or her Mistogan? Mistogan. Alright. Bill. Oh, it's Bill. It is Bilbo. Oh, it's gone now anyway. Jared, I'm visiting and watching your streams regularly. I'm a huge fan and love your content. Thank you very much. We just stream once a week at the moment, 7 till 9 UK time. It's now 8 o'clock UK time, so about halfway through. Maths for beginners. Right, we need to actually take care of this, don't we? Wooden fence 10. We couldn't actually do any of those, though, could we? Wooden fence. Because we don't have the carpenter yet, which means we still need to get the lumberjacking all over the shop. Where is the lumberjack? Lumberjack! Oh, he's level 3 now already. Alright. And now you're going to become a carpenter. Oh, he requires a bloody saw. It never ends. Thankfully, that's fine. That's not a difficult crafting thing. Right, someone's crafting fibre plants, which is good to see. Nobody's crafting saw at the moment. That requires a builder. That should be fine. That won't take too long. We've got plenty of builders. Currently, the builders are all doing are actually gathering materials in, which is good to see, because that sometimes never gets done. Welcome back to Abigail / Llewellyn. And what's going on? You actually do, like, what the hell was that? Oh, the noise. Nah, never mind. I'm actually going to hire yet another new person. They're going to become a trader. And apparently I already set this up to sell some stuff, but I've never actually got around to, well, never really done much with it. I've never actually had a trader. Gold ore fetches. Let's fuck it. I'm not going to use the gold ore for anything else. Crafted materials obviously fetch a much better price than uncrafted raw materials. Wooden sword, we want to keep that. Wooden log, got shitloads of wooden logs. White flowers, that's a raw material. So I mean, you can. Oh, fur. I've got 9 furs. That's actually good, because I was at one point in this game I was trying to tailor us some warmer clothing, but that was before everyone died in this particular game. I presume I don't have a tailor, do I? Oh, dicks. No, I don't. But it doesn't really matter because it's fighting time. Oh god, he's a big one. Oh, it's a tough one. How many guards do I have? I've got 1 guard, which means I really, really should quickly whip up a new one. God. This didn't really work last time. For reasons I'm not 100% sure about. Come on, we need... There we go. So you've grabbed a sword and now are getting stuck in as well. There we go. He would have died. If I hadn't actually got that second guard in, he would have died. And now he's right down to low health. Anyone else up for Barney? Nope. Turn the alarm off. And we're all good again. Oh, Jared's asking me favourite Starbound race. I get asked that every stream. It is Apex. That's interesting because that's also your favourite. Yeah, well, I'm always Apex. Well, in my more recent videos, because obviously I like to play Spoiler Ape. He's basically become the mascot of the channel now. So almost like by default, I like the Apex. Although of course, I mean they are just the apes, aren't they? Which of course by definition are great. What's going on over here? Nothing. Let's get rid of the shieldy thing because that's annoying. So I think I will actually keep the second. Oh no, people are getting sick because they're getting cold. It's not the end of the world because it'll get sunny tomorrow and things will improve. But then it gets rainy again, and then eventually it'll get icy. I've never even got that far in the game, so that's just like a whole hell broth of shit just waiting to happen. Anything else? I can harvest a little bit more of them. Oh, everyone's... Oh, hello. No. They wanted 10 barrels. The amount of trouble I have with bloody barrels. I'm not doing that. Still can't make the fences. I made a carpenter, didn't I? Something's happening. Oh, it's a dog or two. It's a double dog situation. Is anything else happening as well? No. Oh! Well, poor old Batmo. We barely knew they... Oh dear. So, another guard. Yeah, it's D-alarm. So is anyone... Was that the guard? Yeah, that was a guard. We actually will need a new guard. Everyone's sick. Actually, no, haven't actually given any of the points. If I give people will, that'll actually help protect against the cold and everything and sickness. So that should go some way to relieving things. But I really needed to actually get a tailor. I was going to tailor them warm clothes, like out of fur, awkwardly. But yeah, the whole sort of situation happened. Then everyone died and all that. Right. To get a tailor, I think you need I think that's a basic skill. We've got one trader I don't really care about. Oh, actually, there's some trade going on. Oh, no, there isn't. Well, who cares? Right, what am I doing? Oh, yes, I'm trying to see how to make a tailor. Required scissors. Oh, that's okay. The trouble is, I mean, getting warm clothes is quite an advanced thing. You need to get fur as a raw material or leather. Neither of those are really easy to do and require higher level stuff. So it's a bit of a pain in the arse, really. This game just really needs some desperate balancing at the moment. It's got a hell of a lot of potential, but yeah, it's just I think this Alpha 1 is just been put public, so... Oh, you need a level 3 builder. God damn it. I think the Alpha has been put public purely to actually get feedback on exactly that sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully people will be less sick tomorrow. Oh yeah, Jared's asking where can we buy this game. There's a bit of Stardew Valley about it. Yeah, as I think Devlin mentioned, yes, it's all about at the moment you have to sign up to get the alpha. I'm not sure if it's via Steam or by the actual website. I think Devlin's probably mentioned that. Hello to 41K0 and returning back. And we're currently playing Community Inc., a new alpha game, a very new alpha game, Alpha 1. And you can see the bottom right, version 0.8.1, called by Tiny Builders Alpha 1, was the first public release. So this is going to end in utter disaster, but it'll be interesting to see exactly what a disaster it's going to be. Wooden fence, a bloody wooden fence won't just bloody well get made. Right, has anyone... Okay, did we make that saw in the end? It's just so much to keep track of. A carpenter. Lumberjack. Carpenter. Right, we've got a saw, so now he's a carpenter. Oh, for bloody hell's sake, it's another fight! Come on. Die. There's way too many of these fights, really. I don't know. Especially because it stops everyone doing what they're doing. And they all gather around, cowering around the campfire. Eddie's asking if I've ever played Stonehearth. No, I haven't. I've seen it, so I know what it is. It's not Hearthstone. I know that much. I can't believe there's two games, one called that and one called the other. I can't remember which way around the games are. One of them's the car game, one of them's the city builder. So I'm guessing you're referring to the city builder. Yeah, I have seen that, and it does look quite cool, but never got around to actually... Oh, for another alarm! Right, this guy's going to die. That guy died. God damn it. Right, so have we got any other guards? No, we didn't actually get around to changing it, did we? Come on. Oh, we haven't got any wooden swords. Flipping heck. Right. Oh, shit, I've actually got that in my queue. What does it actually need, then? He needs a level 1 carpenter to make the sword. We actually got a carpenter now. Oh, stop it! Oh. Unfortunately, we can't actually attack him at the moment. Oh, for flipping else. Another Batmo. God damn it. Oh, I can't do anything at the moment. There are a lot of dead ends in this game where you simply can't get out of a situation. Oh, Jared is on the Patreon website. Good. Good. That's what I like to see. Thank you for checking that out. Eddie, RIP, yes, indeed. There's going to be RIPing all over the shop at the moment. Unless Matey Boy here just randomly decides to bugger off. The trouble is I can't carpent my sword because oh look, he's just picking us off one by one. I can't make myself a new sword because they're all alarmed. If I try and turn off the alarm, it'll happen again. Oh my god, Phelps! This game is tough. Oh, you made Jared saying you made a hardcore Starbound character. Got really far playing as him, but I'm too afraid to play him because I don't want to lose him. Are you actually doing the quests or the main storyline quests? And because obviously then you have to deal with all the dungeon stuff. I'm just letting them all die now. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. I couldn't do the contract. Well, piss off. Let's just declare war on them. There. So I've just declared war on the golems because why not? Devlin's just asking what if I turn off the alarm. Yeah, as I showed you. Yeah, it just goes back on again if there's another fight. Do that. Oh, everyone's killing themselves. They've all just set themselves on fire. God bloody... Oh, was another cloud red. Well, once again, we've no colonists. And everyone's just exploded. See, this is as I said at the start of the stream, this is the dark souls of city builders. Oh, I've lost my nice warehouse. And everything's on fire. Well, one thing's on fire. Yeah, we've got no one to make your contracts. So I'm going to refuse. I'm going to sell the village. I've got Craftmaster in this one because I have actually crafted more than 200 items. So this time when I sell a village, I get over 1,000 quid, which you always seem to get over 1,000 when you actually receive a goal. The 39 quid I think is just how much money I have divided by a certain amount. And in fact, it says it right there, 10% of the community surplus. So we'll start over, but we'll actually start with 1,000 quid, which means we can start. Well, which means we can start with 1,000 quid. Abigail's asking again to have one called Lammy. Jared, just from what we talked about Starbound, you fought the ruin. I made a nice colony, and I don't want him to die, so I made a new casual character. And so yeah, you can. I guess you could actually send that casual character to your existing colony by using coordinates. I guess that's not a bad idea. But in my case, when Hot Dude was did his hardcore series, that I didn't really build a proper house for that, did I? So I didn't really care that much when he... Well, I cared when he died, but you know what I mean? Especially also because I kept a backup of the character, just so I could do, like, exciting Ghost of Hot Dude shenanigans on video. Okay, so let's start with... this is the Boss of You character. Anyone who's watched the Oxygen Not Included videos will appreciate that, oh, you're a mayor there. Anyway, okay, so this time, normally you start with 600 quid. It's called a loan, but whatever. What I'm going to do is, now I can select 1,000 quid, which means I just have more money to start with. This village is not called Fucksville 4, it's called Fucksville 5. And that makes a lot more sense. Actually, I've got an idea. It's kind of... Lammyville. There! In theory, you can also... I think when you're starting from fresh, you can also choose peaceful mode, which means you don't get attacked. Unfortunately, when you're actually continuing on with some cash, you can't actually change that. But I believe you can actually change a few of these things if you really wanna. So I'll just leave that as it is. And off we go again. This is going to be a fresh game. Loadings. Oh yeah, look at my shirt. It's got a face. I bought this in Germany about 5 years ago. Well, it's all peeling off. Normally I try and put in a nice shirt, but no, this is all peeling and nasty. And now it's also sweaty. I'm in the whole too much information realm. Out of drink. Out of delicious summer fruit juice. Oh, I hate being healthy. I want booze. Booze! Right. Okay, so this time we know what we're doing. I'm used to streaming this, so I know that we can get things sorted really easily, and what can possibly go wrong. So make sure that the workbenches are close to the cart, again, but not so close that they end up catching fire and then spreading the burns everywhere. Right, so let's start off by getting some mates. Right, more mates. We've already got 3. Let's have a look briefly. What? Another bloody Bilbo. There's not a huge range of names. Combat, Wisdom, and Will. Bloody hell, Bilbo's really cool. Oh no, shit, that's not the... I forgot how the game is played. I was looking... It's traits I should be looking at. Yeah. I suddenly thought I got a really powerful character. So you're a warrior and an explorer. So once again, I'm just going to set that as a potential guard. 2 jaw hammers. Should be a dentist. You're a manager, so you'll be a good trader. For now, you can be a constrilder. And the other jaw hammer is also an explorer, which is a bit piss. So you can be just a regular lumberjack. Sort out some trees. Get some wood in the situation. All the close stuff. Also get the stone sorted. just paint the map green. We also need a herbalist, which means we can hire a new person. Oh, god damn it! You want another Ed? Okay, well, of course, yeah. We'll start that off. We'll start it off with some names, just so we can actually follow the story. Ed 3. Electric Boogaloo. Actually, that'd be Ed 2, but right, Ed 2. Okay. One of the jaw hammers can, of course, be. I should know how to spell this. I've got a friend who's called this, or middle name anyway, so I really should know. I've emailed him enough times. Right, so let's hire a new mate. I'm going to keep... Oh, actually, I didn't do miner, did I? You can be the... Oh, you're going to be the guard, so I don't want to turn you into a miner. You can be a miner. And we need a... No. We need a herbalist. So Llewellyn or Llewellyn can be a herbalist. There is actually a skill. They randomly spawn with skills, as you've seen. One of them is actually plant lover, which is ideally what you want, so you can actually make the herbalist a plant lover. But no, we didn't get any of that, which is a pisser. But maybe the future one. I'll just start out a quick farm. We haven't actually got a farmer yet, but never mind. Another 2x2, 4x4, whatever. Let's plant a pumpkin this time. And also, we do actually need some cotton, so I've actually planted 5 things. So let's get ourselves a farmer. Did I actually select him? Day Luigi. Strange old name. Actually, what are your attributes? You're another warrior. Okay, whatever. I discovered that switching between a farmer and a warrior profession on one individual person can actually be quite handy. Herbalist, so a gardener. Yeah, sort of. I mean, I think the herbalist makes potions and things later on, but earlier on, it's all about gathering plants, which it's basically like just a regular raw material type thing. Now, the farmer is the one who actually does the farming, though. There's 2 separate things. So, I think the plant lover only applies to herbalist, I believe. So, rocks are being mined. Let's actually start off some crafting immediately. Before we forget, we haven't got any fibre plants yet, because we haven't actually sorted that out. We actually have designated stuff already. But let's just designate the close stuff. You can actually find food in the wild. Like, you'll find rogue plantations ligging about the place. It's difficult to say because at the moment it's really bloody dark and I can't see anything. Oh, there's some. Found some rogue corn. So they'll be able to get that, especially free food. What is that 3rd stat? Asks Devlin. All characters have that being the lowest. Oh, that's learning. I know what you're talking about. That one. That's education. There's a library you can build. I've never got that far yet. A wooden library. It's not actually that expensive. A lot of the basic stuff, like library, graveyard, houses and stuff like that, or the basic ones, they're not actually that difficult to actually build. It's just a question of time. And it's not like the raw material requirements are ludicrous. And we're not talking about Savage Lands here and the town bloody hall. Whatever happened to Savage Lands? And right, okay, let's just get some more trees. Check out our situation with farmer, lumberjack. Did we actually get? Have we got every profession, every useful profession? I think we have. We've got low priority. Okay, we'll just let things happen now. We've got to make damn sure that we actually do get plenty of food. So what I'm going to do this time is get 2 farmers on the go from the get-go, so to speak. So I'll need to craft a hoe. And also, whilst I'm at it, I might sort out some... Oh, I can't do the sword yet because I need a carpenter, which means training up the lumberjack. Right. In the meantime, let's just do the usual distribution of skill points. I think that's what they are, I guess. Ed, you've got stuff. God can get that. That's the warrior attribute. John Bolsier, the well-known, you just get those. That's fine. I resent having to do this manually. Game makers. I'm too lazy. Yeah, Devlin was just. I did mention Savage Lands. I probably shouldn't have. Yeah, Savage Lands. Wish it was different. Just hope they can get back to it soon again. Yeah, at the moment they're just not. I mean, I keep on checking up on it every 2 months, but as far as I can tell, they're not working on it at the moment. I have a feeling it's gone. It's just kind of like permanently gone south now because they just don't have enough money to continue, do they? I guess. I think they should. They changed direction in the game twice. Completely, and I think that the whole sort of humble bundle thing that happened, which decimated their review score, yeah, that kind of like contributed to major problems. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure if they do pick it up again. I suspect it might just be to like finish it. Well, just like finish it off as much as they can, and then put it out as a finished thing. Otherwise, it really is just going to become a millstone. It's a shame, really, because I mean it was going so well for so long, that game. It was like a straight arrow early access, just keeps on getting better and more just better, and then suddenly it just seemed to like take a massive right turn, and then things went a bit so shame. I mean, because the first iteration of the game, before they changed direction, they could have released that. It wouldn't have been like amazing and everything, but it was a lot of people loved that version, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's really irritating because I could like just stopped my Savage Lands video just like dead 1 week because there simply wasn't anything I could do with it anymore. I got 3 seasons of that and then just had to stop. There's really nothing else I can do with that. Anyway, enough of that. So the hoe will have been done by now, so let's get another farmer. You're a bit pissed, so you can be you're only level 1 builder, so you can become the farmer, which means we can now get more stuff. As I said earlier, it seems that one farmer can take care of 4 plantations before it gets too much for them. Because it takes so long for them to harvest and actually like do that praying, encouraging things to grow thing. There's no point in having more than 4, because otherwise they'll never get round to it. So now I've got 2 farmers though. I keep on making bloody cabbages. I think I'll get sick of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, some corn, and we'll do another cotton. Off they go, Stardewing all the way. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Jared. Been a pleasure. Good to meet a new stream matey boy. Oh, you may catch the end of the stream. Yeah, well, we're streaming till 9 o'clock, so just over half. Abigail Llewellyn, how did Hot Dude die? Don't ask, because just in case anyone doesn't want to know. But it happened. I've still got, as I said earlier, I've still got a backup of the character just in case. I want to put him in a video, but I don't actually just want to use him as a regular character anymore. Well, to be fair, I just use spoiler rape these days. Every so often I keep on thinking of changing it, but it feels like it's become such a spoiler rape has become identified with my Starbound videos, to the extent that I still want to put him on a T-shirt at some point. I think we've talked about merch in the chat quite a few times. I never quite get around to it. I'm just thinking of what I could do about spoiler rape, because I can't just rip a picture of him and put him on a T-shirt, because that's using game assets. But there's some way of being arty about it. It's like doing an artist's impression. That would be fun. Devlin, it sure isn't good advertisement to be on hiatus and no development. Yeah, it completely depends now what point they get back to the game. Because if they do it now, they can probably salvage something decent out of it. But if they just leave it on the back burner for another 6 months, by the time they get around to it, nobody's going to care anymore. However, I mean, it does seem that when a game comes out of early access these days to 1.0, there is a reasonable bit of fanfare. And I mean, I've made videos of games which have just come onto 1.0 and just whatever, and then there seems to be a bit of a sales boost. And I know from just making videos that people do watch them, because even though it's not a new game technically, people will watch the videos. Like I did Cave Blazers recently, which is a very fun Spelunky-like action game. I did a couple of videos of that over a year. And then I did another one for 1.0, thinking nobody was going to watch the video, and loads of people watched it. So there's definitely still a market for it. So, as I say, all tying this back to Savage Lands, if Savage Lands does ever become 1.0, they will have that one last big window to actually get things sorted. The only trouble is they will have a really bad Steam rating to actually get over as a hurdle. If they can just try and advertise the fact that they were good at one point, or did have a really good rating, which they did, then they might still be able to salvage it, I guess. Abigail is in Starbound now, apparently. Can I have a shout out? Well, hello. I always feel weird about shout-outs and stuff like that. Never quite sure what to do about them. Right. So I've actually completely stopped playing the game, haven't I, at this point? So I really need to actually get going again. Let's make sure that everything's crafted. We should be able to get a sword now. Level 1 carpenter. I still haven't done that. Contracts. No. They wanted clay bowls. To hell with that. Right, let's turn our lumberjack into a carpenter. Hopefully I've actually got the right... Oh, sure, I haven't got a carpenter. I thought we did this already. Yeah, whatever. Nope. So, carpenter. We still haven't got a saw. I thought we got a saw. Maybe that was a previous game. Probably was. Right, maybe it was a hoe I made. Right, so someone make the bloody... Actually, I just realised I was on fast forward there. I've got 2 workbenches on the go, yep. Is anyone doing anything? Storage is full! Fuck! I forgot about the barrel situation, and I haven't got a carpet. This is exactly what happened in the first game. The storage has gone full again, and now we're stuck in this bloody bollocks. God damn it! I can't believe I made the exact same mistake again. Full storage, which means nobody's doing anything, and which means there's no way of me getting the barrels to put storage in, because I need a carpenter. Oh god damn! What I'm gonna emergency. I'm gonna start killing. Well, not killing things. Look, you start with minor health potions. That's where health is, but you can craft more later on. But whatever. So I'm gonna demolish some kind of low value stuff like wooden logs, I think. So just get rid of some of them. That's going to make some decent space. There we go. Now they're back in the action. He's making his saw, and hopefully he's taking the saw with him again. He hasn't taken it to storage, so we'll have to wait for that to come back to storage, and then we can make a wooden sword or 2. God damn it. Devlin's asking, can I make additional storage? Yes, the simple solution, the quick fix, is to use barrels. But unfortunately, you can only make barrels once you've actually got up to level 2 carpenter. So we can't do that yet, irritatingly. And we're full again. God damn it. Also, you can build a warehouse. Maybe I should just build a warehouse now. I can start anyway. I need fibre plants and roof tile as well as basics. Roof tile is not too difficult. You just need a sculpture, I think. Right, this time, make sure that the door is in the right side. I'm not sure which is... Yeah, that's it. Right, there. We'll put it kind of... Hang on. Just move things around. Rotate. If we put it there... Oh, there's a bloody rock in the way. That should be close to stuff. It'll also mean that we'll move stuff from the storage. Ah... Right, okay, so they're going to do that. The builders seem to concentrate on carrying stuff to buildings, rather than... If there's stuff lying around the place, they'll only do this as a very last resort. The second to last resort is carrying stuff to a to a building. So it's all very peculiar. Oh, what can... Yeah, I've set some things to harvest. It's now the end of day 2. So we're going to get attacked tomorrow. So we really do need that sword sorting out. Can I do that yet? I'm losing track. Oh, we still need the level 1 carpenter. Lumberjack. Level 1 carpenter. Finally! We've got ourselves a bloody bollocksing carpenter. Yeah, because we were waiting for the sword to come back into storage, weren't we? Now they're all lying around the place like lazy pricks. Incidentally, in this game, rain's going to come on day 5 rather than day 8. Unlike in Minecraft, where it's day 2. Shout out to Gavin Free. No, yeah, so yeah, it's random. The weather is kind of like random, but it always gives you a bit of the first few days are always okay, and then it'll rain a bit, and then it'll rain a lot, and then eventually there'll be snow. They want 40 quid, and they'll give us 40 logs. Yeah, why not? That didn't seem like too much of a stress. Also gives some relations, and the stone golems are getting pissy, and of course they are. Now we can make a second wooden sword. In preparation for later. Let's actually make a couple. Maybe no, that'll do. Now we can make a guard. Actually, let's hire someone new. We've only got 7 people at the moment. God damn it. Right. So, where's Matey Boy? That one. Says Lichens. You need to become a guard. There. Someone's now a guard. Let's put them in the middle of the camp. And just select you. Stand by the fire. There we go. Keep an eye out for wolves and that. So already we've got this, all the stone and some of the wood for this. Speaking of which, roof tile requires a sculpture still, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's prioritise the swords. Let's add some of that. In fact, let's just do as much as we can of all this, because actually shitloads of stuff to do. So there's goals here, 8 goals. I think each time you achieve one in a game, that gives you 1,000 quid. And you only need 1 to be able to start a new game after selling the village, with 1,000 quid loan instead of 600. Craft more than 200 items. I reckon just doing all that wood and stone should actually get us up to that. And I feel that's the first thing you need to do in the game. Make sure you get up to 1,000 quid for your next game, and just burn the existing game, if you see what I mean. And what happened to Cecily? Right. Yeah, I think that was in the previous game. Or whatever. Oh, hang on, is that harvestable? Yes! Okay, we've got ourselves some cotton. That would be actually useful for... Actually, we're not building anything that requires cotton. Party Hard is 70% off on Steam today. An email has just arrived. From Tiny Build, funnily enough, who also published this game. Or are publishing this game. Right, so let's make a sculptor. The Mighty Sculptor. I think it's I can't remember if it's how you actually get a sculpture. It's a level 3 miner. Do we have a miner? Yes, we do. We've got a level 4 miner. So we'll need a tool. Yeah, we'll need a carving tool. That's quickly whipped up. Carving tool. Put that up to the top of the production queue. Are things actually moving? Yes, they are. Storage. Yet again, there's storage problems. And we're going to build a new building. I'm going to build build a house again. We'll build it kind of, who cares, there. Which will force them to use up all this stuff from storage, which means we can make room, which means we can start crafting again. Never had this problem with storage previously. It took much longer to fill it up. Devlin's talking about still about Savage Lands. You were talking about Steam rating, by the way, but I think most early access games will suffer one way or the other, ending up with a more flawed rating once fully released. It's true, I guess, yeah. In comparison to direct full releases on Steam, that is. It is true, yeah, but I think early access as a concept, I think more people understood it than they used to. I mean, people understand that if you buy into early access, you are not necessarily getting a full game. I think it's how the developers tend to act, which does tend to skew the results now, I think. And unfortunately, developers, there seems to be no way of developers actually... Well, it's a no-win situation for them a lot of the time, and they can't please everyone, so they'll always have a bit of a hit. But I think so long as the devs seem to be playing fair, they won't have too much of a problem over that. I think, as in Savage Land's case, I think the one main big problem was actually putting it into the Humble Bundle when the build that was actually available at that time was heavily bugged, and unfortunately everyone who bought it for like $1 ended up being like hating it as a result. Even though it's like fundamentally a good game, it was just a bad build that they happened to have out at that point. Right, where are we? Right, so yes. Oh, it's still full. We really have got way too much bloody stuff, haven't we? Right, so at the moment I can build wooden barrels. We've got an alarm. That's going to pause it. We have got wooden barrels, but we haven't got any fibre plants. I could probably do with marking out a few things to actually... Well, think about it before we deal with the attack. Mark out a couple of plants. There we go. Right, so let's actually look at the... it's just a basic wolf. Normally, it seems like the first thing you get attacked by is a really easy wolf. As you can see here, nothing. I mean, it's just a case of hit points, really. And what's he doing? See, the pathfinding in this can be a bit ropey, and in the heat of the moment, that can actually really do damage to you. Anyway, let's that doesn't need harvesting. Turn off the alarm. Everything's fine. And already I've now forgotten. I've lost my train of thought where the hell I'm going. I've just been asked where I live. London and UK. Funnily enough. And okay, so we need some plant fibres, so we need to actually craft that, don't we? The earth leaf. I think we've actually got some earth leaf. Try that up. Oh, it's actually it's in the queue. It's just not been done. Requires. Oh, we actually haven't got any earth leaf. There's some literally just there. So let's prioritise getting plants. And eventually, things will happen. But yeah, once again, we have a full thing, so nobody's going to do anything. Piss. Is my considered opinion. Actually, they are doing some more stuff now. Oh, they're all after food. When they've got knife and forks icon above them, they're actually running for food, which they do. They do eat twice a day, which means you have to keep an eye on. That's not great. We're running out of food again, and they want a bloody load of wooden barrels. Well, I can't even make wooden barrels for myself, let alone you. So piss off. Oh, Buxton. I know Buxton. Another bloody alarm. Who's actually attacking then? Oh, it's over there. Oh, God. Fire! God damn it. Right, do we have a well in there? Oh, shitty death. We have... In all that, I completely forgot the well again. This is what happens. Flipping heck. And we haven't got any we could build a well, but we haven't got any fibre plants. Tossing hell. And also, this mate is still not dead. I'm gonna quickly build make us a new guard. I'm gonna hire us a new guard. Devlin's still talking about early access. Obviously, she's actually a moderator on Steam forums. A lot of players buying into EA are having way too high expectations. Yeah, I'd like to think that people are getting more clued into that, but clearly it's not an ideal situation. People aren't. Still don't quite understand. I don't know, it's just weird because I mean this is not a situation that happened 10 years ago. It's still relatively new development, the whole early access thing. I mean, it's really exposing your game to the outside world very early on, which can be very dangerous. But I think a lot of developers have just basically decided from now on they're not going to do any early access stuff because it's simply not. They don't see it as worth it anymore because it's too risky. But there were still, I mean, it works. I think it just really works in some cases. Like obviously Oxygen Not Included, which I'm playing at the moment, is going down incredibly well. RimWorld, going through early access slowly but very steadily. That's still got an incredibly high rating. But obviously there'll still be a few troublemakers who complain it's not being finished overnight or whatever. But oh wait, what's that? A noise stopped happening. An in-game noise just suddenly stopped. Was it the fire? Oh no, it's because it's the morning. Oh, it should be okay. Okay, so we're harvesting these. We're actually getting. In theory, we should be. I'm just going to hire another new person. In theory, we should be have enough builders or basically default people to do some carrying around of pumpkins to get everything into storage. We haven't quite got full storage at the moment, so let's treble check we can not build any barrels. Should really build a well, shouldn't we? But, now we need wooden plates to build a well. But if I do that, I'll probably fill up storage. Oh, it's... God damn it, it's already... It's just like, if you're just off with one small thing in this game, it completely scuppers you. Devlin's saying, I can see how this is a tough game to stream. Yeah, it requires a surprisingly large amount of concentration for a city builder. I was definitely not prepared for this when I first started playing it. I'm still not really now. This is very... Eddie says this is very much like RimWorld and Stonehearth. Yeah, I think Stonehearth is probably a better touchstone than what I've used. I mean, I put in the video title for my original video that it was a bit like RimWorld and the Settlers. I think with the Settlers I was grasping a bit. That's not really a going concern these days, as far as I know. There's been a million Settlers games, but I think that kind of like ran its course in the end. But yeah, there were other bits as well, like Civilization, bits of Civilization, and yeah, I guess from what I've seen, Stonehearth would be a very good touchstone. Not Towns though. I think that was a game that had a very bad early access and kind of like eventually got sort of abandoned. I think it was Towns. I'm trying to think if there's any way of comparing. Games like this sometimes get like things like RimWorld sometimes get compared to Dwarf Fortress, but I think this is as far away from that sort of thing as possible, while still being like a builder game. I tried Dwarf Fortress once. ASCII roguelike, impossibly complicated. It's just too hard for me to grasp. I enjoyed the idea of it, but it was just sub-menu after sub-menu after sub-menu after sub-menu, and frankly, it was just too much micromanagement. I love the idea of Dwarf Fortress. I tried. I actually do have a game called No Moria, which was supposed to be like a modern, well, a user-friendly, a bit like this, I guess, but more like building, like mining out houses and stuff. Whereas these ones are like all prefabs, but like a bit like more like RimWorld. And No Moria was, yeah, whatever. Nobody remembers that game anyway. I always meant to play it on the channel, I never did, but quite a long time ago now. Oh, hi to Hoppy, who's saying very nice things about my channel, so always appreciated. Abigail / Llewellyn saying like you like Civilization. Yep, I played a hell of a lot of Civ when I was young, but that was literally the original Civilization 1, which was a million years ago now because I am very, very old. I played Civ 1 to death on the Amiga. Kind of skipped 2, played 3 to death, and then since then I think I've played probably about 5 or 10 hours of one of the later ones, 4 or 5. They're asking me to kill trees. Nope. But yeah, I didn't really Civ. Yeah, I didn't really play them as much as I wanted to. The trouble is with Civ, every iteration of it improved it and everything to some extent, but it was still fundamentally the same game. So I never felt the same drive as I did when I first got addicted to it. So I never really went back to it with 4, 5, or 6. But maybe one day when I've got time that I'll never have. Right, so let's actually try and make some roof tiles. I've been neglecting pretty much everything. I need a sculptor, don't I? So, sculptor... I've got so many people now. I can't remember how I make a sculptor. Hang on. I think it was a miner, isn't it? Miner. Sculpture. Yeah, because we made a carving tool ages ago. Right, so now we can... In theory... Okay, let's... God, there's a million things to do. I also need to do those barrels, don't I? We still haven't got any wooden plates. God damn it. We're still not building wooden plates. Why no... In theory, we should do. Oh, it's because because of course storage is full again, and I can't build any. I can't build any extra storage yet because I need wooden. I need them to craft the wooden plates to make the barrels to increase the storage. Ah, quite frankly. Hobby's asking, can I do more Starbound videos? That's a guarantee. That's a given. I just put, well, yeah, 'cause in the current series that I'm doing, I'm currently putting a new Starbound video out every like 3 days, I guess. I've got a couple of, I'm probably going to do a couple of new one-off Starbound videos here and there as well in the foreseeable future. Probably one about like mods and stuff, because there's starting to become quite a few interesting 1.3 mods around. But yeah, you can, I mean, as I keep on saying on the stream, absolutely mountains of subscribers to the channel are there because of Starbound. So Starbound is something that I continue to do. Although, as from tomorrow, I'm becoming a purely player-unknown Battlegrounds channel. I'm putting you on notice. Nah, not really. I actually did play Player-Unknown's Battlegrounds on stream, and I did a couple of videos on it. It's so not my channel, that game, but it was fun. I played the beta version. I think I got the beta. Like I think I got a free key for the beta and played that a bit. And now the game, since then, the game has absolutely taken off, and it's become absolutely stupidly popular on Steam. It's like sold millions of copies and everything. I'm really quite surprised actually. Just because it's like it wasn't. Oh my god, the stone golems! Oh no! Oh no! The stone golems are quite tough. Oh my god. Okay. Right. He's tough. And we don't have any more bloody guards, do we? Because I couldn't always... It's really irritating that this storage thing kept on happening both times in the stream, because I was hoping to actually get quite a way into the game to show you more stuff. But it's not looking like that's going to happen, I'm afraid. Eddie's saying XS mechs are optional. I did ages ago. I believe I've actually done videos involving those mechs. I think I did like a top 5 best mods or top 5 best something or something like that. I can't remember. Look, he just wiped these out one by one. But I think we're. Is that it? Have they got bored? Oh, maybe I wasn't really watching. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, he's actually still tonking us. And the inevitable is happening as well. I think we might have been out of... Are we out of food again? We are out of food again. Even though there's loads of food there, it just wasn't being taken... Oh, god damn it. It just wasn't being taken back to storage because it couldn't have been, because the storage was full. Right, if I ever do a tips video on this game, which I might do, that's going to be #1 tip. Don't let your storage get too full. Well, we are... I suppose we are, like, coming towards the end of the stream now, so I'll just let things play out for a bit. Hang on, let me just go back. Right, okay. There's actually quite a lot of stuff that I've completely missed. Yeah. Jerry's asking, do you have a nice voice? Do you like my Federer? Alright. Yes, I'm sure it's very nice. I think it's very small. Your profile pic is very small for me, so I can't... I'm sure it's a nice hat. A very nice hat. Oh my god, it's... Oh, and it's also raining now. So it's raining and everyone's dying. Other than that, we're fine. And thanks very much for Hobby for like kind words as well about Starbound and everything like that. I do so I can... I think Starbound's interesting because I can like play it. I enjoy it in a weird sort of way now because I never play it normally anymore. I play it like for videos. Oh, there's a wolf bee attacking as well. So I've had to be creative about what to actually do with Starbound. It actually makes interesting videos, I guess. And it's always fun to... It's actually quite fun to put together like Starbound videos, like the top 10s or whatever. Those are always interesting to do. And the builds are kind of like fairly painful to build it sometimes, but the end result's always worth it, I think. Even though they're not supposed to be like mega builds. They're not supposed to be like, I'm the best builder there ever has been. They're supposed to be more like... the whole experience of my Starbound build series are not like halfway between Let's Plays and builds. They're not supposed to be technically impressive, but they're not actually playing the game either, just as normally. I think we're at 0 colonists now. So I think I've like carving myself a niche out of that sort of series as well. I mean, I've done loads of them now. Volcano Colony, Toxic Lair, Safari Park, Banyan Tree, and the one I'm doing at the moment, the something to do with circuses or something. I can't remember. It's proving to be an interesting challenge, I guess. I'm going to turn off the alarm because there's literally nobody around anymore. Oh shit, I'm actually not. I'm not. I need to scroll down with chat to see new stuff. Jerry's asking, or Jerry, can I make a living off YouTube? In theory, you can. I think by the looks of it, without throwing figures around or anything, you have to start to get to the level of kind of like 100,000 subscribers before like advertising revenue becomes reasonable. But I don't know. It also depends what your standards of living are. Really, I mean, if you like live somewhere incredibly cheap or whatever, you could probably survive on much less or whatever. But I don't know. I'm definitely not at the... I can't at the moment. I certainly couldn't subside on YouTube alone. But it does provide me with like a part-time income to go with like another job. So it's doable. Yeah, Lamyville. Everyone's gone now. Poor old Lamyville. Nothing got built again. I didn't build any of these bloody tiles, did I? God damn it. There goes the neighbourhood. There goes the town. So yeah, very hard. It's a hard game to stream. I've done better than this. As you saw when I loaded up that Day 8 game, that was me playing when was actually concentrating on just on playing. So I could get that far, but then it all fell apart again. It's very, very easy to end up in a dead end, as I've been mentioning. Like suddenly you'll discover that one of your guards has died, and the only you need to get another guard, but you're suddenly unable to craft another sword or whatever. So not only do you actually have to play the game for now, you also have to be preparing ahead on like 5 different fronts. It's a bit like Oxygen Not Included in that respect. The fact that Oxygen Not Included, you have to think about 10 steps ahead with the design of your colony. You have to, like for instance, like think this room in like 3 hours of real time will be needed for something else. Otherwise, look at this. What's going on over here? It looks like the dogs are sniffing the golem's dick. Oh well, nice work if you can get it, I guess. Yeah, it's not at the moment. Yeah, Devlin, it's not a very forgiving game at the moment. It's incredibly unforgiving and desperately in need of balancing. But yeah, that's why it's in alpha, I guess. But it's still enough to actually play and actually get good at and actually survive. But it's just bloody tough at the moment. And as I say, there is a tutorial, but it only covers the actual basics, such as you need to build a well. Advice I have singularly failed to actually follow throughout this entire stream. The trouble is, like the wells and the barrels are hidden behind like some severe requirements. Like you need actually to have actually created a lumberjack and then turned leveled him up, turned him into a carpenter, leveled him up, and also have like things like iron ore and stuff like that just to get a barrel. And wells are kind of fairly similar. You need a level. That's a bit easier because you need a level 3 builder for that, which is one of the starting things. But even so, you still need to make sure that you've actually got quite a few raw materials. So yeah, quite tricky at the moment. I suspect what's going to happen with this game is they're going to let the Alpha 1 go on for a while and gather as much feedback as they can, and then do an absolutely big update for Alpha 2 where they address all these concerns and just completely rebalance everything. So I think certain things here will change quite a lot. And they also need to make some of the flow of going through menus and everything a bit better. So you're able to find things. I mean, at the moment, trying to oh god, that's annoying as well. But at the moment, just to go. Oh god, no links have I? I can't really demonstrate this. But yeah, at the moment, to actually just do simple jobs, sometimes you have to keep on going into menus and out again, and in and out and in and out, and it's just a bit of a pain in the dick. It was just. Okay, so we'll start to conclude. Just final questions or whatever. Eddie is asking, anyone here played Worlds Adrift? That's something I actually did vaguely mean to actually play. I signed up for getting access to alphas and stuff like that. But it seemed to start to become very much a multiplayer game. I'm a primarily single player thing because doing multiplayer stuff is so much hard work when you've got such limited time or whatever. So my collaborator on the channel, Pete, I could only really do that occasionally because he's got a life of his own, and I guess he's doing me a big favour, so I can't really ask him to do too much. But we do like to get together to play games from time to time, like an hour a week at most. Sadly, that's all we can really manage. So I don't know. It's tricky playing multiplayer stuff. Anything else? Will Lamyville survive? No. Sorry, Abigail / Llewellyn. I think that's it for this thing. I've got 446 quid left, so in theory you could start hiring more lings, but as we've discussed, it's very unforgiving in that respect because suddenly all your colonists are level 1, very basic people, and can no longer do things like carpentry and stuff like that, and therefore you can't, for instance, make new swords, which means you'll just get attacked and immediately killed. So yeah, unforgiving is very much the word. Oh, right, so yeah, let's press see how much we can get from that. Oh, 45 quid. We didn't even get to the crafting 200 item stage, so we can't even start again with 1,000 quid. We'll have to go back to the start with that. All these bloody messages. An item was stolen. Oh, I never knew that could happen. Apparently, bandits can steal stuff from your colony. Warning: a ling died. That's a warning, whatever. Right, exit. It's back to main menu. Right, that's it. I don't know. I mean, if we play this game again, I'm not sure if I'll be making videos on this or not. At the moment, I really don't know if I'll make further videos on this. It's proving really hard, and I might just not enough time to actually make more videos on it because I only want to make videos on it if I'm actually good at it now. Because I think the alpha soup I made already. That was a bit kind of very low key. It was about I didn't know what was going on, and it didn't really show off the game very well. So I suspect I'll probably maybe wait till Alpha 2, but I may also try and put together a tips video just for a beginner's stuff, because I'm starting to get a feel for the beginning of the game, even if I haven't really showed that off very well because I've been distracted. But yeah, I'm starting to realise exactly what I feel like you need to know from the start, but that the game doesn't tell you. So I may do a video on that. As for Let's Plays of it, I'm not 100% sure yet. Possibly not. I don't know, but we'll see. I say I want to revisit this game as it goes along because it does feel like it's got a lot of potential. And it is a Tiny Build published game, so obviously they have a lot of faith in the developers to make a good game. And Tiny Build does seem to put out some bloody good games. Right, okay, so we'll stop. Sometimes at the end of the stream, in fact, what I usually do is just mention what's coming up on the channel for the next week. But at the moment, there's not a huge amount I can tell you. It's fairly obvious. At the moment, what I've got planned for the channel is the fairly obvious Let's Play stuff, because I'm trying to I'm conclude. I think Oxygen not included. I'm going to conclude tomorrow. And then there's 7 Days to Die, RimWorld, more Starbound, more 7 Days to Die, and more RimWorld, in that order at the moment. So at the moment, whilst the Steam sale is going on especially, it's pretty much just like Let's Play series on the channel at the moment. But if there are any like one-off videos I can bung in as well, then I'll do that. But I haven't got any specific plans yet. I've still got a RimWorld review video that I'm still bloody editing, which is taking forever, which I want to put out quite soon. I may do that Community Inc. Beginner's Guide tips thing. I've still got a couple of streams that I haven't actually put out yet. We did a RimWorld stream about a month ago, I think now. Lady Teabaggings and the Inverted Chairs. Yeah, that was good. That was a good video, that, but I haven't actually put it out yet. I haven't really, just haven't. And there's also a Rogue Islands / Paco 2 stream, which was beset by a few problems, so I've resisted putting that out, but I might put that out at some point. Right, yeah, so Devlin's asking, any idea for your next live stream? No, I do kind of want to play a few smaller games that I haven't actually got around to playing at the moment. But I'm not 100% sure yet. It's probably not going to be Starbound, RimWorld, or 7 Days, because I think I've been attending to them a lot recently on Let's Plays, and it'd be nice to actually play something a bit different on stream. So I'll give it a bit of thought. I usually only decide on streams like on the day or the day before, unless there's something really obvious that I have to play. Oh, hello, Jared. Yeah, we are just wrapping up now, I'm afraid. It is 9 o'clock, and frankly, I think this game has run its course on stream. So, yep, good stuff. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Anything else just to finish up on chat? Yeah, just Devlin mentioned it's a game to keep an eye on until you can actually make some good progress. If you actually do play it now, I think if you invested a hell of a lot of time in it, you would actually maybe be able to complete the 30 days, which you're supposed to do. To be successful. Complete all 8 goals in 30 days is the point. But at the moment, it's bloody tough. It does feel like it's definitely playable. It's not just like a slice of a game. It is like it is a complete thing. Just really like, yeah, whatever. I'm just blathering now. Stardew Valley. Yeah, Jared's asking if I've streamed Stardew Valley. Yes, I have actually. A couple of months ago. That was the first time I'd ever played it as well. I really enjoyed it. I kind of wouldn't mind streaming that again at some point. So yeah, maybe. But yeah, I'll generally like post on Twitter. That's what I generally tend to do for like simple updates. Just post on Twitter what's going on and what streams are coming up. Although as I say, I never usually know until just before the stream. So don't hold your breath in that respect. Well, anything else to tell you? No, things are just ticking away on the channel at the moment. Starbound videos are still doing very well, all the 1.3 stuff. So it always encourages me to make more Starbound when that happens. Everything else, modest. Anyway, yep. So thanks everyone for stopping by. See you next time. We'll be the 1st of 2nd of July. As far as I can tell, I should be streaming again next week on schedule. I don't think there's any reason why I can't. So I shall hopefully see you all then. And bye for now.